I call for Senator Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I rise to take a short call on the Motor Vehicle Sales Amendment Bill. Mr Speaker, may I first acknowledge the former Minister, the Honourable Heather Roy, for the work that she did, not just in this portfolio of consumer affairs, but also associate defence and associate education, where I know she was a strong advocate for those portfolios. Also, Mr Speaker, I want to acknowledge my colleague and friend, Mr Biscowan, who's just left, for his work on this bill as a member of the committee, and now as the Minister moving the bill to third reading. He's a hard-working MP and will be a very good addition to the ministry of this government and future national governments. Thank you, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, also want to acknowledge our committee. I thought we worked well as a committee, well chaired, of course, and also the submitters who put forward the very few submissions that were heard orally, and the officials as well for the work they did in bringing this bill through the select committee process. Mr Speaker, the Minister's already alluded to the main components of the bill, but what I do want to say is that this bill promotes and protects consumer interests. And in these tough times that we've been through in terms of the recession, consumer protection legislation is particularly important, and a number of speakers have alluded to that. And it is about creating an environment of confidence and choice. Choice in that consumers want to rely on information produced by vendors of motor vehicles, and choice in that they can rely on that information and rely on that information so that they can make their decisions. Sir, it is about reforming regulation. This government, the national government, is about cutting red tape, it's about reducing compliance costs, and it's about pushing through. No, this is actually a national bill that's been moved by an ACT member, and it's about cutting red tape, which the last Labor government had no idea about. Sir, it is one of the policy reform areas of removing red tape, long-term performance of this economy, lifting our standards and creating jobs. And sir, this is part of a series of reforms that we've brought to this House. It is an urgency. We're a government of action. This is a part of this reform, and I commend it to the House. Thank you, sir.
The Honourable Leanne Dowsett.